Welcome back. It is officially spring now, and you know what that means. It's time to break out the florals and the pastel eyeshadows. You're probably thinking, but wait, Claire, what if I don't have any pastel eyeshadows? I gotcha, girl. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to pastelify your eyeshadows using eyeshadows that you probably already have. And the secret to this is you want to have a white eyeshadow. Pastels are basically just colors that have extra white added into them. So if you take existing colors and you add white, you can actually make a pastel eyeshadow. Super cool. So today I'm going to be using the ABH Norvina Pro Palette Volume 1. Gosh, that's a mouthful. Then the reason I'm using it is two parts. One is because it has this beautiful white color here, C1, that I can use to mix with other colors in this palette to make pastels like you see on my eye right here. And the other reason is I find this formula to be very powdery, almost a little bit chalky, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times it results in more fallout. It also means that I find these eyeshadows mix together very well, and it makes it a lot easier to make the colors like you see here. And if you don't have this specific palette, any white eyeshadow will do. Just find colorful eyeshadows. I'm using pink, purple, and blue on my eyes today, and any white eyeshadow and mix them together. If you don't have a white eyeshadow, you can try a light brown maybe, or a light yellow, a light orange, anything that has a lot of white in it. Results may vary, but feel free to experiment and see what works for you. All right, so let's get started. So for that, I'm going to be mixing C1 here. I'm going to use this hot pink up in the corner for the pink. For the purple, I think I'll use A3 in the middle here. And then for the blue, I'm actually going to be using D4 down here. So I'll start out by priming my eye. I like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eye Primer. So we're going to start off with the pink. So I'm just going to be using a very fluffy brush, and I'll use it for all the colors, I think. I'll just be brushing it off any excess color on that in between the colors. So to start off, you're going to want to pick up some of the white onto that brush. And then I'm going to go and pick up some of the pink. And then you're just going to brush that on. And I think I picked up too much of the white maybe. That's okay. More white, more pink. And if you feel like you're getting too much pink, you can always pick up just some white and then go over it like that. And that'll help to dull it down and kind of pastelify it. All right, that is looking sufficiently pink and pastel, wouldn't you say? Okay, let's do the other eye. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and do the same thing with the purple. I'm just gonna wipe this brush off first. I'm gonna pick up some of that white, and then I'm gonna go into this purple here and pick up some of that. And then I'm gonna put that over the middle part and try to blend it into the pink very well. And this really is more of an art than a science, how much white and purple you want to mix together. It's really just up to how vibrant you want the colors to appear as opposed to how pastel you want them to appear. And a bit of just trial and error, seeing what works. And the reason I'm using the ABH eyeshadow palette is because I think the formula here is especially powdery, which isn't always my favorite. Sometimes that results in a lot of fallout. But I think for this, it works well because the eyeshadows mix very well with one another. All right, I think it's time to do the other eye. All right, I think that is sufficiently well blended together and hopefully pretty even. Okay, so next we're gonna do the blue. And one thing I noticed, so we're doing D4 down here. One thing I noticed with the blue, it is very pigmented. So I tend to go a lot heavier on the white than I do on the blue. As opposed to with, I think, the pink and the purple, it was more an even mix. So I'll go into the white, pick up a good amount, and then just a small dabbing of that blue. A very light amount. And we're going to put that into the outer third here. Oh gosh, that's pretty. Just really pretty. a little more white. Just blend that together. All right, I think that looks good. Time for the other eye. Okay, I'm very happy with that. So for my eyeliner today, I think I'm actually going to go for a white eyeliner because I think white goes really pretty with pastels, which makes sense because they have a lot of white in them. So I recently got a set of Hydroliners from Suva Beauty. They come in a little case like this. And basically the idea is you add water to it and it creates this paste that you can then put on your eye. It's not waterproof, but it is smudge proof. And I also got a cool little brush with it. This is the 610 brush. It is very tiny. It is great for doing detailed eye looks. Okay, so I've got some water in the cap right here, and I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to wet the 610 brush. And then I'm going to take this color. This is Space Panda. It's their white. And I'm just going to take a little corner and just mix the water in. I have not used this white yet, but I used their black, which is called Grease. And the mixing definitely takes a little bit of trial and error. You want to get thick enough that it's not runny, but you don't want it so thick that it's going to crack once it gets on your eyes. So let's start. I'll just make a dot and then draw a wing. Okay, let's try the other side. I'm going to do a highlight, so I'll use the Moonchild palette for that. And I think I'll use Purple Horseshoe, which is right here. And I'm just going to put that on the brow bone here, and then the inner corner. Well, that completes the look, but yeah. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to pastelify your eyeshadows, and I hope you have a lovely spring. Bye!